What's up, everybody? You are tuned into the Multiverse Theory podcast, where we talk about everything nerd-related, comics, movies, etc. I'm your host, Preston, and I am joined here by Carmine. Say what's up to the people.
What's good, everybody? Let's this review going. Let's get it. The boys.
Yes, we're doing a review and discussion of the TV show from Amazon Prime called The Boys. If you guys haven't seen it, go check it out before you hear this, because there's going to be hella spoilers in here and a lot of details as well. So let's start off with, Carmine, what did you think about this show?
This show, A plus, phenomenal. It's amazing. It's awesome. It's different. It's basically a crime syndicate show, but it's just awesome. The superheroes are bad. They're dicks. Like
Uh-huh.
and the show shows you and, and people that love comic books and love like watching all these hero shows stuff like that, people would wonder like how these superheroes pay for their outfits, how they get backed, unless your name is Bruce Wayne or Tony Stark. Like how do you know what I mean? Like how are you able to, and you see they're backed by an organization called Vought.
Mm-hmm.
Basically you see that Vought pretty much created them. And and Vault has their back, whatever damage they cause, whether they pay for it, whatever whatever bad things they cause, like they pay for it. And Anthony Starr as Homelander, oh my goodness, that guy is Captain America and Superman saying "fuck you" to the world.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, is he the bad guy? Like this is amazing. And from the opening jump of the show, the first as we were talking about it, the first 5 minutes, what happened to Huey's girlfriend, what A Train did,
Mm-hmm.
that showed you the show that we are getting into, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we're going. This is the ride. Get ready. And man, when Carl Urban gets on the screen, Lord have mercy, it goes to a whole nother level. That guy as Billy Butcher is amazing.
Facts.
Amazing, bro. There's nothing to say. And the fact that the the black guy, when I heard the black guy's name on the show, I was like, wait, what? I know that's probably his name in the comics, obviously, because it's the character. But I'm like, this dude's name is Mother's Milk. Like, bro, like what? Like what? Mother's Milk. Oh my god! And the French guy's name is Frenchie.
Yeah,
Go
French guy named
figure.
Frenchie.
But
Mother's
dude,
milk.
dude, this show is absolutely amazing, and I love how what they do in the show, where all these heroes are corrupt. They're all corrupt, but there's one of them that's not corrupt. She is a true hero. She is innocent, and she, throughout the series, you see her relationship with Huey. I'm talking about Starlight.
Mm-hmm.
Um, you see her relationship with Huey, and you see her struggles into this world, and see how they basically picked her to be. And for people who don't know, um, the group, they're called the Seven. They're basically like a evil Justice League, pretty much. um, so they're called the Seven, and Starlight gets picked to be a part of the Seven. And honestly, they picked her basically for PR purposes, because she was so wholesome, she was so good, so good. But to see her struggles throughout, and to see what she goes through, like if people don't understand what she goes through, the very first time she gets into the vault, the vault headquarters of the Seven, she's greeted by this guy who's basically Aquaman. It's called the Deep. He's pretty much the Aquaman that they make fun of in Entourage. That's what he is, pretty
Basically,
much.
yeah.
He is pretty much. And her introduction is, she got to get to for her to get initiated, she got to get down and give the deep head. That's her initiation if she wants to be a part of the Seven. Like, that's just a little bit of the struggle that she goes through. That this show is out there. It goes for it, but it's so good. It's so good, bro. What you
Yeah,
think?
I agree, man. It's crazy because, like you said, we watch the show. We see what's his name, Huey's girlfriend get massacred basically by A Train. If you guys didn't know, he's basically a speed runner, and he's running so fast that he ends up running into the guy's girlfriend while he's holding her hands, and he looks down and all that's left is her hands in his hands. So when you're greeted with that within the first 5 minutes of the show, you kind of get a really good idea.
And he don't give a fuck. He's like, I couldn't stop, and he just ran away.
He kept saying
with blood all over him.
With blood all over him. In a video later on, he said he had her tooth in his mouth, like bugs when you like driving in a car, and
that's crazy.
That is crazy, and that just shows you. That's not even the worst of the show. The show gets worse further on. So if that part right there is the part that disgusts you from the beginning, I would say stop right there because it gets way, way worse as it goes on. In a good way, though. In a good way. But I like the dynamic of what they did with Starlight, with her being innocent, like you described, and going into this thing called the Seven, where a lot of people are trying to get into that. A lot of heroes are auditioning. And trying to do that, and which is kind of weird when she did the video. It was kind of like a casting couch type of thing or whatever. Not necessarily that she was doing those things. She was just kind of showing off her power. With her being the innocent one to go into the Seven, and as Carmine really described really well, these people are not good people. The people that are in this so-called Justice League type of thing are not good people. And it kind of reminds me of like when you're a new worker at a job, you're innocent, you're happy to be there, you're trying to do everything right, but the people who've been there for like 10, 15 years.
But I also think what it is was at first they were.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like when you're a new worker at a job, you're always trying to do everything perfect. You're on time. You're doing everything right. But once you're there for about 10, 15 years, you kind of be like, man, I don't even care no more. I need to get what I need for me. I'm cutting corners. I'm doing everything the wrong way. And that's kind of what the dynamic I saw that was going on here.
Because you could see when Starlight, when Starlight had that heart-to-heart with Queen Maeve. Yeah. Who, if you guys don't know, Queen Maeve is basically supposed to be like their Wonder Woman, pretty much. Yeah. Because she's supposed to be like an Amazon. Like Starlight told her, like, I looked up to you, like you were my hero. I looked up to you. I saw the things that you did to help people. Like I looked up to you. You used to be this. And when you saw how when Queen Maeve visited that chick that was her ex-girlfriend, like even her ex-girlfriend said, you completely changed. Like you used to be this person, but now you're this person. Like that's they basically showed you that heroes can also be corrupted and what would happen if those heroes are corrupted. And basically that's what happened.
Yeah, I agree with that. I guess I would retract saying about working, but maybe it's more so like about famous people. Once they get into the industry, once you get into whatever industry, whether it's music or movie, some people can't handle it and they get corrupted and they turn into these dark people because of the people that they're surrounded with. One of those scenes that I remember we saw where Starlight and Queen was in the bathroom and Starlight was crying and she was like, just wipe it off, for God's sake. We don't want them to see you like that. And it was like, whoa, that's pretty crazy. Because if you think about it, we think of these heroes as wholesome people, but if you think about in real life, if they have brains like regular people, they'll probably be doing exactly what they're doing in this show.
Yeah,
I can almost guarantee that.
Absolutely. You give regular people that type of power, man. Listen, where humans are easily corrupted.
Facts.
Or easily corruptible. So.
Yeah, that's a fact. And like I told you before, Homelander, I hate that guy. That guy. I never hated a superhero ever in my life as much as I did Homelander, bro.
Especially after that plane scene, when
that was so sad, man.
When he literally came in as the hero, but the fucked up part about it is he came in as the hero. Mm-hmm. He acted like he was the hero, and then he took out the hijackers, mm-hmm. but there was one hijacker left in the cockpit. And he recklessly used his heat vision and took out the plane, took out the flyer, the pilots, mm-hmm. and the system to where the plane cannot be flown anymore. The plane is basically going down now, and it's gonna crash, and it's his fault. And he did not give a shit.
He didn't.
No, Queen Maeve, don't forget about them. Let's leave them here. And Queen Maeve wanted to at least she wanted to save those people at first, but she saw that it wasn't gonna happen, and she wanted to at least save that woman's little girl. To at least like she was screaming at him like, let's at least carry her. Let's take her with us. And Homelander's like, no, you have to make a choice. You either want to die here with them or you come with me. Mm-hmm. I can't necessarily, and this might sound wrong, but I can't necessarily blame Queen Maeve because it's not her fault that the plane is going down. She wasn't the cause of it. She was actually trying to save the people. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? And she can't fly, so she can't save anybody. She needs Homelander to get off the plane.
Yeah,
So she had to be a choice: either she dies with them or she leaves. And
but that's a good
I
thing though.
think any human being in that situation would have left.
But that's a good thing though, because I like when shows do that, when they put you, when they make these scenes and they put you in a position where you check your morals and values and how you
Shows
would
it
choose to
shows
be
the
in that
inner
position.
turmoil for sure.
Exactly, and I think the part that disturbed me the most about that scene is the fact that, like you said, he came in as a hero and he came in and promised all these people, "Hey, I'm here to save you guys. Nothing's gonna happen to you guys." And then towards the ending of before he left the plane, people trying to run towards him. He's like, "Back up, before I burn you guys alive," basically. And then you see them
Hmm.
after he leaves the plane, him floating with the queen in the air, watching the plane as it go down, and you hear all those people screaming and yelling as
Yep.
the plane slowly goes down. And I was like, "Oh my god, that is
That scene was
crazy."
so heartbreaking. Like that was the scene. If you didn't, if by that scene in the show you didn't know whether you hated Homelander or not, that was a scene that told you, oh no, he's the villain, the
Hmm.
actual villain of the show, and you are going to hate him.
Yeah, man, I felt so bad. Like I don't even know how you can even look at all those kids in the face and tell them that I'm gonna save you, you're gonna be okay, and then just let that happen right in front of their face. And he also said he didn't want to take that girl because he's like, we don't need any witnesses to say that I let the plane go down.
And
And
the
I was
girl was
like,
screaming like, "I promise I won't say anything. I promise I won't say anything." Like the little, like the mom was screaming like, "Promise we won't say anything. We won't say anything. I promise we won't say anything." And he's just like, "Nope."
I think the part that initially got me to believe that he was off. Remember that at that one point when that mayor was in the plane and he burned it with his laser vision, and then
Yeah, I know. No, no, I knew he was bad when he did that. But at the same time, you can be like, "Oh, you." It's
yeah,
not a
I
good
get you.
thing,
Yeah,
but you can be like, okay, like that dude was getting ready to expose some secrets. So it's like,
yeah,
yeah, you know. But also, I also got to shout out Elizabeth Shue, who played Madeline Stillwell, who played basically like a mother figure to Homelander. Like her performance was excellent. She
yes.
was so great in that role, awesome in that role. But boy, what a way to go!
Hmm.
What a way to go! I kind of upset. Like I kind of want to find out if that baby survived or not.
Yeah, I do. I want to know that too.
I
I
want to
really
know
do.
that because that kind of would piss me off. And also, the show needs a show is showing you that Billy Butcher is not the hero of this story.
That's a fact.
He is not the hero of this story. He is a man that is broken, who is out for revenge, and he don't really give a shit who he hurts, and he just wants his revenge.
And that's the part that I really like about this show.
Yep.
Not to cut you off, because it's like there is no, there's so many different morals and values and reasons that people choose. You have to choose who you want to be the hero in this. What side you
Yeah.
want to take on it? Because nobody's absolutely right. There's no absolute righteousness or wrong.
Starlight is the closest person.
Is the closest person, absolutely. But outside of
Because
her, yeah,
she's the one that takes the beatings. She takes the beatings. Like she really takes the emotional, mental beatings
yeah.
everywhere she turns, from everybody except Huey. And we saw that Huey,
Hmm.
he's a good person with a good heart, but Huey had to do some questionable things.
Yeah, it all started with his girlfriend.
Hmm.
And went through that. And the thing is, also with Starlight, they made her complex as well because remember, we all looked at her as this pure person who never did anything wrong, which she absolutely is compared to all the other characters in the show. But when they went to that church and they was trying to get her to say that she was like a virgin and she never did anything wrong, the light bulb came up and she's like, "Whoa, I'm not as pure as I thought I was.
Exactly.
You know, I didn't do everything perfect."
But
And
she also was trying to tell them the truth. Like she was actually trying to tell them like you shouldn't have to. Like that's one of the good things about her. She was trying to tell them she didn't want to lie to them and be like, oh, I am a virgin. I'm pure heart. Da da
mhm.
da. I'm a good person, but I've had sex before marriage. I've done this. I've done that. Like you should embrace who you are and be that person that you are. And I remember when they stopped her from doing it, but she eventually told her truth.
Mhm.
Eventually told her truth, and eventually looked at that camera, and she was looking right at the deep boy. She was looking right at
Yeah.
that motherfucker, like, well, you better. don't come near me again, motherfucker.
Yeah, that's a fact too, and that's why I think that kind of plays into the whole fame thing. Is like once, say, if you're an artist and you're signed to a record label and they want to manufacture you a certain way, you can't tell the truth about certain things if it messes up your image because you're a product now. You're not just a regular person, and that's kind of what they were using Starlight for, as you said, as a PC type of thing because she's like pure.
Absolutely. Yep.
Absolutely. That part with the preacher was interesting too, where behind he's preaching like against gay people, and behind the scenes he's at this club having threesomes with guys.
Oh yeah, that was when that was on. I think that was either episode 1 or episode 2. I think it was still episode 1 when Billy the Butcher took Huey to a little underground little club for superheroes, and we see like we didn't know it at first that he was that guy.
I didn't know.
But yeah, we took him. We see that preacher guy like he's with 2 dudes. Like we see he's gay. And he's preaching stuff that he's preaching stuff that he don't even abide by.
Yeah, and behind the scenes, he's like one of the worst. Like he's against all gay people, but having threesomes, and he's the one getting smashed.
It's funny that they give the gay. It's funny that they give the gay guy.
Oh yeah, the elongated power. And that was crazy because he was like, yeah, we had sex. We were, sucking and everything. And I sucked your elongated, stretchy penis or whatever. And dude was like, all right, it's enough of this. He started choking him up. I was like, whoa, that is like, crazy.
Whoa.
It's crazy. It just shows how corrupt people can be. But it's very interesting. And also, in a sense, I felt like Homelander was kind of influenced by the government, sort of. In a way, if you about the bill that they were going to do with the army, I forget. It escapes my mind now exactly the specifics of that, but I don't know. It's weird. It's the reason why this show is so great because it's so complex and layered. It makes religion and politics and morals and values, but they kind of wrap it up in like superheroism in a way. And it's like all this stuff going on behind the scenes, but the painting of the story that they're trying to tell is superheroes in costumes. And it makes that message that much more easier to convey to people rather than feeling like you're watching like some House of Cards, which is a great show, but some people might not take that stuff in like that.
Yeah, I agree. Sure.
Yeah, but man, really, really good show. Man. Really, really good show.
Yeah, this show is amazing, and basically for this is the Boys spoiler review. So basically, Billy the Butcher is after Homelander because Homelander is the reason that he's the reason that he feels his wife escaped. I mean, I'm sorry, not escaped. His wife disappeared because his wife worked for Vought, and when you guys watch the show, you'll see they'll show some flashback scenes of him with his wife at a Vought party. And him interacting with Homelander. So to come to find out, they show a flashback scene of did they show this in a flashback or they show this the tape in modern day?
Which one?
The tape that showed that that his wife went inside a room basically to have sex with Homelander, and then she came out. Like I don't remember if they showed if Billy got showed that in a flashback scene or he got showed that tape in the present day.
I think that was a tape. I think the flashback is when he was like with his wife.
Yeah. So that was modern day. So when you come to find out, that but one of the dudes, but at first they told Homelander that she was pregnant. Oh yeah, they told Homelander that she was pregnant and that she died on the table, and his kid died because basically what they were basically saying is that Homelander basically raped her. That's what that was the thing that they were relaying to us, that Homelander raped her, and she died while giving birth. But fast forward to the end, and that was our cliffhanger, people. That Billy the Butcher got to was in Madeline's house, where her Homeland and Billy thought if Billy did this in the beginning of the season, it would have worked. But by this point, Homelander did not need her anymore, and basically didn't really give a fuck about her anymore. Because you can see that as the series progressed, Homelander looked at Madeline Stillwell as a mother figure, but at the same time, she was a mother herself. And you kept seeing every time she had to deal with her son, Homelander kept getting more and more jealous.
Mm-hmm.
more and more jealous, more and more annoyed that she wasn't giving him that attention. So come to see at the end when Billy's pretty much holding her hostage, pretty much got a bomb strapped around her, um, and about to kill her. He tried to use that as leverage, but Homelander didn't give a fuck. Homelander basically used his heat vision and killed her. And then that's when Billy was like, "Oh well, fuck it. I guess we all die." And then he blew up the house pretty much. And then the next scene we see is him waking up on a lawn, a grass lawn, and Homelander is like, "You should be happy. You should be happy. I saved your life. You should be thanking me." And then what do we see? A kid that walks out, looks just like him with the blonde hair, and then we see Billy the Butcher's wife walk out the door like motherfucker. Oh my god! And that's how the first season ended. I cannot wait for season two. Like and Seth Rogen said because when they're at Comic Con, they did a panel at Comic Con. They said they're halfway done with season two. They were already shooting season two and they're halfway done. So
Whoa.
I expect season two to come out early 2020, bro.
Facts.
Like, and I
'Cause
cannot wait, bro. I'm gonna binge season two so fucking hard.
yeah, I
So
definitely got to see what happens like after this. And what I told Carmine before we watched is like it's a scene that at some point in my life I've always wanted to smash like female superheroes, and
nope.
the scene with Popclaw. Yeah, I think I'm good on that one now. I feel bad
Guess
for that landlord.
what is guys? Popclaw is they literally let you know she's getting her ass ate
Yeah.
by the landlord, and her power is she has these like little claw things coming out her body, and while she's getting ate, they come out her body, and she's getting an orgasm. Oh no! Because she's strong and stuff.
Yeah.
So she's on the floor with her landlord getting ate out,
She right in
and
his face.
getting, right in his face. She's getting an orgasm. She got the orgasm and smashes his face,
His
and they
whole
show it.
head. Ugh.
And not she couldn't control it, and oh my god, that was crazy.
That was
That was
crazy.
crazy. That was crazy. But the thing is, I saw that part in one of in the first trailer. I think
Oh, you
they
did?
showed that. Yeah, they showed that. But I didn't know they showed the ending of it. I didn't know. At first, I thought that was late. A Queen Maeve. At first,
Oh,
I didn't
okay.
know that. Yeah, because when you watching the trailer, at first it kind of looks like because it's a quick shot, so it kind of looks like that's Queen Maeve getting ate out like that and that happening. But come to find out it was Popclaw, man, that was crazy. That scene
That
was
yeah.
wild.
That was
Oh,
sick.
we gotta shout out uh the girl that was locked up, that was trapped,
Oh
the female Wolverine. Lord have mercy.
yeah. He asked Frenchie who was it? Was it Mother's Milk? He was like, why would you do that? He's like, I thought she was safer, or she was on our team or something like that. He said, you thought she was okay? They're in a basement. She's in a cage and it's being guarded by two guards. And you think it was okay to let her out? Cause she came out, she was ripping people's insides out like
Yep.
fast, like Fist of Fury going, like just pulling
Yep.
it out. I was like, ugh.
Yep. It's crazy.
Oh
It's
my
crazy.
god.
And that one scene when you thought she sacrificed herself for him and she was dead, but come to find out she has healing ability. She's basically like X-23.
Basically, that's really what she is.
Yeah, she's basically like X-23, and it's dope though. It's hella dope. Like
Yes.
but going off some of the reviews I saw and some people talking about the actual comic. So what we might see in season two is some of the boys actually using Compound V. And for everybody that know, Compound V is what these people used while when these kids when kids like a Homelander, Queen Maeve, all of them when they were born, they put the Compound V in these kids when they were born, basically to give them powers,
Mhm.
and that's how they were able to have powers and be basically superheroes pretty much. They weren't born that way. They were born and then they got the Compound V put into them. So, so we'll see. And also to see the turmoil, I thought that was kind of a dope little turmoil. I loved how all of these characters had their little they basically their own little trials and tribulations and side stories. Like A Train's, he was using the Compound V, because he didn't want to lose the title of fastest man alive because
Hmm.
it was his next that was coming up,
Yeah,
Shockwave,
yeah,
that was
Shockwave.
coming up for his title, and he had to use the Compound V to increase his speed, but the Compound V is the reason why he ran over Huey's girlfriend.
Hmm.
So, because he couldn't control it. So yeah, man,
Oh yeah,
that was dope.
that reminded me of that part where he was smashing that Asian girl's head into that wall. She's like
Yep.
like bouncing it off like a ball. That part was crazy.
Yeah, if she wasn't one of them, she'd be dead,
Yeah,
bro.
she.
Cause
I
he
was
was.
like, dang, how did she not die? That was crazy.
And later on, we saw how why she didn't die, pretty much. But yeah, this show is amazing.
Yeah, it's completely a 180 of what I thought it was. Cause I remember I only saw, like I talked to Carmine before we did this review. I only saw that first trailer. I really didn't see any other ones after that. And they
Mhm.
were like sitting on the couch watching the news and kind of making fun of it. So I'm like, okay, maybe this is like a grown up version of like Kick Ass or something like that.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is
yeah, 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 yeah.
once you
Like
actually watch it, it's
there's
way
like
different.
there's funny moments in the show. Like there's some comedy moments, of course,
Yeah.
but they soon let you know it ain't what you see. It ain't what you think. It's
Yeah,
not what
absolutely.
you think.
It's some stuff that in there that's very hilarious, especially like when Butcher when he tried to have that pep talk and started talking about the Spice Girls.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That
yeah, yeah,
was
yeah.
funny. Because for those that haven't watched the show, the guy, Mother's Milk and Frenchie, they were like, Mother's Milk was finna leave because he was like, I thought this was gonna be different this time around. Frenchie's still not doing what's planned based on his emotions, so I'm out of here. So, but the butcher, he basically was just saying, you know what, Ginger Spice and all the other spices when they split up, they weren't good as they were together. So that was basically his
Yep.
pep talk. I was cracking up, and then the next
Because he's
scene,
what is Sporty when Sporty Spice left the Spice Girls?
yeah,
Well, what happened to her? I'll tell you what happened to her. And he was just rambling off like what happened to them once they left the group. Like they basically amounted to nothing. but,
yeah.
he said, but when they're together, they're the fucking Spice Girls, and it worked. It worked. That's
Ginger
all it
Spice
worked.
became a porn star and had 3 albums that weren't good. And
Yeah,
Mother's Milk
yeah,
is like, how do you know so much about the Spice Girls?
exactly,
But then the very next scene they played, oh, tell me what you want, what I really, really want. I'm like, that is crazy, man.
exactly. It was perfect. It was fucking perfect, bro.
Yeah. Oh, that one scene. Another scene that made me know exactly what I was watching is when Translucent passed away, or he died, or he got murdered, whatever you would call it.
Oh yeah,
I was
when they
like,
put the bomb in his ass, yeah,
oh yeah. I was
and
like, oh my
Huey
god.
blew him up. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I was like,
That's what I was talking about. Huey had to do. He had to do something that he normally wouldn't do, but he had to do it.
yeah.
Otherwise, you know what I mean. Otherwise, they were screwed.
And then they found his body underwater, and it was in a zinc box because zinc is what Homelander he can't physically see zinc.
Yep.
So
It's basically like lead.
yeah,
Basically like lead. Like there's so many like things you like. Yo, this is just an evil Justice League.
it is.
Basically, it's just an evil Justice League. That's basically what it is. Like, but it's awesome though. I like it. Like, I think it's so awesome, bro. That's why I say it's a crime syndicate
And it's
show.
and they get the intensity and stuff down, especially like the scene when Homelander is talking to Deep because he spoke to the mother about the other plane. He was like, "Well, it looks like some burns that could possibly happen from two human-shaped
Mhm.
eyes," and he had his hand on his shoulder, like, "So why did you tell her?" I thought he was gonna rip his shoulder blade off.
Bro, the Deep was scared out his fucking
Yeah,
mind.
he was scared.
You saw he was so scared, bro. Like Homelander was talking to him so calm, but it's that sinister, sadistic calm. Like
Yeah,
at any moment, your whole fucking neck could get popped off.
especially how he was grabbing him. Oh man, God.
Mhm.
When he was grabbing him and the time that he gave A Train that hug, I thought he was gonna crush him.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
I
For
was
sure.
like, oh my God, man.
For sure.
I hate that guy.
But one of the things that was awesome in the last episode, that fight between Starlight and A Train, it was a great fight. But then when Huey got in front of him, and A Train was like, "I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you. Da da da. You're the reason why. Potluck. I had to kill her. Da da da." And he's like, No, I'm not. You're the reason." And A Train was like, "You're right. You're right. I am the reason. It is all my fault." Like you could just see their turmoil. You can see the hurt.
Hmm.
And then he basically, well, his brother warned him. He keeps doing it, keep taking combat, he's gonna have a heart attack, and he had a heart attack. But it also shows how much how much of a good person Huey is, because Huey did not want him to die. Huey tried to save him, even
Mm-hmm.
though even though he wanted to kill Huey, and Huey knows that he's a target. He still wanted to save him. The guy that killed his girlfriend, he still wanted to save him.
Yeah, and not only did he kill his girlfriend, he found a video of him cracking jokes about it with another person.
Hmm. Yeah,
That part was like, I was like, oh yeah, A Train
yeah,
wilding.
yeah. He's walling. But unlike Homelander, you can see that A Train is just like just a corrupted soul. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's not like he's not evil, like evil. You know, he's a bad person and he makes mistakes, but he's not evil. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
he's being
he's
influenced.
conflicted. Yeah, he's conflicted. And he's being influenced by the rest of the seven, pretty much, but
Yeah.
mostly by Homelander. And you could also see the evolution of the Deep's character. Like I'm interested to see what version of the Deep that we get next season, because you saw what happened towards the end.
Mm-hmm.
He's ready to he was ready to just be a different person. Like he cut his hair and all like that. And that's also a great like little change. The Deep is like an entourage version of Aquaman, but he's different. Like he actually has, if could once when that another wild scene when he was getting ready to smash that girl in his hotel room, and then that girl was like, I want to see if the rumors are true, and to see if he has basically fish scales. You remember that
Yeah, I
scene?
remember. Yeah,
Yeah, to see if and basically she was riding him while he's fingering her, and she was putting her fingers in his air holes. I'm like, what the fuck is going
yeah, that's so. Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, come on, what is going on with this show?
on? That shit was wild, bro.
Oh
That shit
man.
was so wild, bro. But it also showed you why he always wore his costume. You never saw him take his shirt off,
Oh, because
and I was
he was embarrassed
yeah,
about
and
the
that's the
scales and
reason
stuff.
why. Yeah, he didn't want to show people that.
Yeah, and he's I guess a sex addict or a freak.
Yeah,
This dude was smashing everything, dolphins, people.
including dolphins. That scene was wild, bro.
Yeah,
That scene was so wild when the dolphin when he was translating the dolphin, and then the dolphin wanted him.
that was wild. Damn, I was like, I
And
know it's some animal
that,
people that ain't gonna appreciate that part.
that was so crazy. He tried to save the dolphin, but he ended up killing the dolphin.
That was crazy. Oh
Yeah,
man,
man.
yeah,
Yeah,
what
man.
a crazy show, man. But I'm
Absolutely.
so glad I came across it. It's so good. I might have to watch
Hmm.
it again to be honest with you. See if I can catch
Yeah,
some stuff I didn't see before. But
absolutely.
really, really, really good show. Really good show.
Out of
Not,
10.
I'll give it a 9.5. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Me too. That's
I'm
my
gonna give it a
score.
9.5.
9.5. Yep.
And
I agree.
what's the even better thing is I've always thought while we got this MCU and DCEU and all this other stuff going on, I was like, okay, well, what can a third party superhero show, even though this is based off of a comic, but just as TV shows and movies goes, what can a third party TV show or movie about superheroes? How can they put themselves in here and kind of make a lane of their own for themselves? And they definitely did that.
But it's not even that, bro. Like people have to understand. DC and Marvel aren't the only comic companies out there. They aren't the only ones producing comics. There
Hmm.
are the stories from other comics, from other you know, comic book people, corporations that produce great stories.
Hmm.
like there are more than just Marvel and DC. And I fucking love that we got a show like this that has nothing to do with Marvel and DC. So
That's yeah.
there's no ties to Marvel and DC. You won't have the fucking DC marks bitching. You won't have the fucking Marvel marks bitching. There's people that only true comic heads are gonna know about this series and read the actual comic. You
Hmm.
know what I mean? So you're not gonna have like marks on either side trying to say, oh, this DC show was great. Oh, it's better than Marvel. Or this Marvel show, oh, look at DC. Da, da, da. No, we just got a neutral show from a comic property that's not really known that basically produced a fantastic show.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think the whole debate of the MCU and DCU have made it to where it seems like superhero type of mediums when it comes to movies and show, they either can be a dark show or a light show. You know what I mean? Like either for kids or for a dark one for adult. But this one like came, it just destroyed all of that. It was just like we're
Yeah,
just gonna be what we are and accept it or not. And I love
yeah,
that they did this.
yeah, absolutely, for sure.
All right, so that's pretty much wraps up our review. on The Boys. Please check it out for us when you guys have a check on Prime Video. If you have already watched it, please let us know what you guys think. What was your favorite hero? What made this show stand out to you? And if you think it's not a good show, let us know why you think it's not a good show. We want to hear that too. This is Preston. That's Carmine. This is the Multiverse Theory podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to subscribe. Peace.
Peace.